But,
What's up? Liam, it's been so long. Oh my gosh. So are you all Australian? What's something American or what's going on?
these guys are
I'm all
both.
American, so
Get a little table, introduce everybody here.
This is
Yeah.
this is Colin. He's
What
this is Colin. This is Colin.
my
This
name is Stuart. It's Stuart King. That's what SK stands for, Stuart King. Nice to meet
is
you.
that your like for real last name or just like call yourself King?
No, that is my for real last name.
That is an awesome last name, dude. I wish my last name was King.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Liam, you've
Yeah.
had some political developments since the last time we talked. It's cool that you like Fuentes now. I've had a
Yeah.
lot of political developments too, so
What's
it'll
been
be
up?
interesting to
What's been up with
not
that?
too much. I mean, I'm still a gripper and everything, but definitely think I've opened my definitely economically I've changed a lot probably since the last time we talked.
Okay. Well, just give context to these guys,
Yeah,
like your
like just
position.
give some beliefs or something like that.
Totally. So, I'm a Fuentes fan, no secret here. I think generally I believe in traditional values, conservation of America. My biggest stance, I'm against immigration. I don't think that's good for the country. I don't think that multiculturalism is beneficial, I guess. But really, my goal, I guess, is to just kind of take America back. In a lot of ways, not just in terms of time period, but taking America back to the values that used to exist, the economy that used to exist, and just the general type of society that we had that I think was a lot better.
You know what? Nurse Rack Reviews or Res 2s, excuse me, I misspoke. As a pure white American, I think I agree with you.
Awesome.
Yeah. It really speaks to me.
I think, yeah, but I think we kind of need to get into the specifics because, like, I'm not too familiar.
There's a whole field of this stuff to explore,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Ask questions if you want me to get more specific.
Yeah. So, like, you talked about taking America back, and that felt whole to me, right? Because I think one of the most important values of being an American citizen is patriotism, your love for your country, right? And that's something that always speaks to me. Something I talk about with my family all the time. Something I talk about in church all the time. It's something it's very, very key if you want a country that is passionate, one that it strives to do better, So I'm curious, like, what do you think in that mind?
Well, yeah, I'm a firm nationalist. I definitely love America, but as far as America, how it exists right now, I look at it more as kind of like your heroin addict, like family member. Like you love them and you want them to do the best that they can for themselves, and you really do have that connection to them. But you also can recognize that like they don't have their shit together and they need some like serious help and serious change. So yeah, I'm a firm nationalist. I won't ever back down from that position. Definitely. I mean, I'm wholehearted, true-blooded American, everything like that. And so, yeah, I'm a patriot. Sure.
So, you wanted to go? Go ahead.
Oh no, go on. I was just agreeing.
Oh, I was just saying, like, what are the things that you think would make the country better? That's where I'm standing. That's where I'm trying to just pick your brain on that.
I think the biggest problem that we have in society right now is lack of religion, people going to church, and things like that. I think that all of the big problems, at least that I face every day, are a result of people not going to church, people not having a relationship with God, people not believing in God, and everything kind of centered around that. I think that encouraging more people to go to church and pursue religion would be like number one most beneficial thing. Number two most beneficial thing, cracking down on immigration. Demographics are huge, I think, to me. They're huge for voting. They're huge for culture, and basically everything in your country is downstream from that. So, yeah, those are probably top two. Do you want me to keep going?
Oh yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, sure.
Keep going. Okay. So after religion and immigration, I'm a firm believer in the government of the country representing the people that are of the country. And I don't mean that in like a democratic way. I don't think that democracy is like, this great thing. I mean, it is what it is, and it's probably like the system we have in America is probably the best thing we got, but it's not perfect. And I don't believe in direct democracy. What I say, or what I mean whenever I say like the country being of the people, meaning it represents the interests of the people, whether they realize that or not, right? America is a majority white country. I believe it's still a majority Christian country. And I think that the government and the people in the government should reflect those interests. And I would definitely support people that are looking out for those interests. And I do think, at least to me, as a voter and as an American, the interests of myself do come before the interests of other people. Not saying that, I want to intentionally disparage anybody else, but 100% I want to further my interests above other groups that might exist in America.
Okay. Well, see, one of the things that I saw recently, because I just now got informed about this individual, the Nick guy. I think one of the things he said was like, one of the things like holding the country back or something was like, was like Jews, blacks, and like, I don't remember the other race. I think there was one other race in there or something. What would be the specifics in that? What do you feel about that?
How I feel or how Nick feels?
Well, how you feel.
So for me, I think that the country being majority, or the amount of people in the government that are Jewish, despite it being such a small percentage of people that actually exist in the country, I think that's wrong. I think that the government should be comprised of people that, are of the country, not this little fraction that seems to dictate what's going on at the top. I don't think that's right.
Well, I just
I don't think that
if I could just
like
interject.
a populist way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, if I could like interject for something. So like, you saying like born in the country, like anyone just born in the country, everyone born in the country?
What do you mean? So not just people. I mean, like, I don't think that everyone born in the country is an American. So I'm against the 14th Amendment. I don't think that just because you're born here means 100% that you're an American, or even that you should be a citizen. I disagree with that.
So who do you think shouldn't really be like a citizen then?
I think that defining what an American is an important question. And when you think about the things that make an American, a lot of those things I think tie back to, the ideas of the founding fathers, the ideas of the Constitution, generally being like a moral and civilized individual and having this kind of like air of intellectualism to you. And I think that that's what all Americans should strive for. And I think if you can uphold the ideals kind of that the country was founded on in a sufficient way, I think that you can be considered an American. But I think that a tier above that definitely is having, ethnic connections to the root of the country, just like anybody in any country would have. Of course, I have ethnic connections to the founding of America. I'm not 100% sure of my lineage, but I'm sure somewhere there's some founding stock. And I do identify with 100%.
Well, what's funny about that?
And I think that that's an important aspect of
the thing I just find.
America.
Well, the thing I just find a bit confusing about that, like you're white, for example, like right?
Yeah, I'm white.
So like, we didn't initially start in America, though.
That's true, 100%.
So like, by that token, wouldn't you not be an American if we're going with that?
No, I don't think that that's true at all. If you want to talk about ethnic ties to countries, 100%, I do feel like I have ethnic ties to, the people of Germany. I'm German. My last name is very German.
So shouldn't anybody that's like, shouldn't anybody that, so you said it comes down to like intellectual something or something like that?
Yeah, so I think that there are two kind of things that can make you an American. I think that, people who aren't white can still be considered Americans 100% if you uphold the intellectual foundings of the country to, a reasonable degree, and you're a civilized person, and you kind of look at that as an ideal, and you respect that, you respect the people that came before you. I think 100% sure we can consider you an American. I don't think that just because you're not white, you can't be an American. I don't believe that at all.
Okay.
Diverse country, diverse people, whether we like it or not, they're going to be here. There's no real way around that. So, yeah, 100%. Tons of people
I'm a
can be
little confused
American.
on the whether you like it or not bit. That.
What do you mean? I mean,
no,
different people are going to,
yeah,
no matter what. You just kind of have to live with that.
I mean, but why would there ever even be a problem there? That's what I'm confused about.
I think that people inherently have problems with people that are different from them, 100%. And that could be regardless of anything. That could be not exclusive to race. That could be, that could be anything. I meant that very generally, not in regards to race. I think you're assuming that, but
to help them out here, I do think that there is at least an intellectual, moral, cultural standard I think we should hold our civilians to. Should we not?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. For example, if you're intellectually speaking, you're not performing very well, you're not up to the standard, culturally speaking, you promote things that are like gang violence, gang life in general, just trash like that, trash behavior you find in a lot of rundown, unfortunate neighborhoods. We want to avoid that stuff. I don't think you're good enough to be American if you engage in that kind of behavior.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
So,
unfortunately,
some
people I've noticed, and a lot of them tend to be black, I've noticed, and a lot of them tend to not be from this country either. And I noticed that a lot of them don't really fit the standard, I think, of what it means to be American. And I'm not saying you have to be white. Before anybody thinks that I'm saying that, I'm not saying you have to be white. Alright? You don't have to. I'm just saying that a lot of the people that aren't meeting the standard are very clearly, in terms of ethnic roots, they really have deviated far, far away.
Is it? Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Whether we like it or not, right? We gotta be clear. The root of our country, the formation, the people who make it up, right? We can't forget that. If we let it change, if we let too much integration, if we let too much inclusion and diversity take over, then we're gonna lose the roots of what our country once was. We don't want to lose that. That defeats the whole purpose of our patriotism.
You see, to push back about that a bit, just a bit, right? Unless you have anything to say, Norsak.
No, I completely agree with them. I'm interested to hear your response.
My response? Okay. So, to put that into perspective, like what he just said, right? I think it can come down to a matter of I think anybody, really, whether you, because I was interested in what you were saying earlier, we just inherently dislike people. You said we inherently dislike people that are different from us.
Not everybody, but I think that there are definitely people in the country that are different. Like you said, people who promote gang violence, people who are from this country, people who are black. I think that a lot of those things kind of or those are just inherent differences. People are going to be different from you. Not everybody has animosity. Actually, white people are the people that have the least animosity towards other races. But there are just undesirable people no matter where you go, and America is no different. And whether we like it or not, we have to deal with those people.
I can understand a portion of what you're saying, right? Like the whole concept of but I don't think it's just I don't think it's just white people. I think it can come down just to a select few people that, like, you know, see another race and they're like, you know, think worse of them just off the basis of that and nothing else, right? Would you say that's like not a good standard to hold?
What, a good standard to hold, like not being like racist?
Well,
Is that what you're
kind of.
Listen, Colin, I think you're a little confused right now, right?
I don't think you're understanding our point.
Our standard, it doesn't have to do with the color of your skin, all right? We've had great people, right? We have great ones in our country who've worked their way up. I know somebody named by the name of Brandon Tatum, the Officer Tatum. He was a hard-working police officer. He very much cared about his country.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of this guy.
In his life, he never
just to interject,
deflected any accountability. He never tried to blame any of his problems on white people or anything like that. He always put himself out there. He worked hard. He worked hard for a family. He worked hard to be not just a great police officer, but also a father and a husband. And he's done great things. He's had great political discussions on his channel. And I think if black people want someone to look up to, he's one of the good ones that you gotta, uplift.
Yeah. Well, I think I know who you're talking about. I think I remember him interacting with some guy named Edward Lucas. I'm pretty sure.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah. Vaguely remember that.
I do remember that conversation they had together. I think I know the guy, the Amazing Lucas, on YouTube too. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But just to get back, because like the main thing I'm saying like here, right, is because like the whole so like, would you agree with the stance of what's his name, Nick, saying like, white people are genetically superior to other races? Would you say that?
I don't think Nick's ever said that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you just recently watched, because where I found this person, there's a video that came out. It's about Sneeko. Some guy just made it, and it was like that kind of interactions, and he was saying like like white people are genetically superior to like Haitians, black people, shit like that.
So I think you're confusing genetically superior with higher IQ. Nick Fuentes does talk a lot about IQs, and that's a big thing. And it is just facts, and it is just science that white people on average do have higher IQs than people from Haiti. If he was talking to Sneeko, he was probably mentioning that because Sneeko's from Haiti. That's just true. But there's a big difference between value as a person and IQ. Nick never says that white people are, more valuable as people or superior. We might be superior in some aspects. I think white people are better at building civilization, creating just society. But black people, they might be better at selling drugs or something. I don't know.
Okay. Which there are a lot of reports of in terms of crime reports.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, totally.
Not just with them, but also with the legal.
No, and to praise black people, that was a little joke. It was a little tongue in cheek. But to praise black people, I do think that they have inherent strengths in art. I think they're definitely very gifted in music. Yeah, 100%. Kanye, I love Kanye. People call me a racist. Absolutely. I'm like one of Kanye's biggest fans.
Yeah, Kanye's makes great music. Great music.
Kanye does make great music.
Made Graduation, right? But so I just wanted to get back to what we were talking about, like the whole, where are these like studies or something that show that like, white people have a higher IQ, or like they're just, because that was the thing. Like if you need me to pull up the clip, I can like, find it within the video. That might take a little longer if you just don't want to take me.
No, we don't gotta get into like the sources or anything. Even if Nick did say that white people are superior, I'm sure he was joking. I'm pretty familiar with the guy. I don't think that he genuinely believes that all white people are superior to all black people just because of their skin color. Definitely not something he believes.
So you're saying you don't want to get into like studies and stuff like that?
As far as like, we can get into the studies. you can just look up like average IQ.
Well, could you provide something to me? Because I don't know where these studies are. If you just
we're not going.
Well,
I'm not going here.
I mean, what's the
dude? Okay. Are you really gonna take the stance that you don't know that IQs are higher for white people than they are for black people on average?
No, because I have no information on that topic. That's why I'm.
Personally, I thought it was common sense. I thought it was, well, at least in my
Yeah.
hometown, it was commonly well known. But
And then
I guess it
basically
depends on
everybody
which
that gets
areas
into
you're
these,
from.
everybody that gets into these debates knows that going into it. I mean, do you know where the IQ test was made?
No.
Do you know who invented it?
Nah.
Europeans invented it.
Yeah.
And Europeans invented it. Yeah, white people invented it, and that's one of the biggest criticisms of the IQ test is that it is Eurocentric. It puts the average white IQ as the basis for judging everybody. It put, the 100 number, that's like the average white IQ. That's like dead average, basically, kind of for the world.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just. Well, I mean, the reason I wanted this.
Are you familiar with like the criticisms of the IQ test?
No, I don't really need to get into that. I just kind of wanted to see like where's the average thing that says like white people are just like.
Just for the sake of the argument, you will agree that it is like scientific fact that white people's IQs are higher than black people's.
No,
on average.
No, that's why I asked for the study. So I can't. There's no. I don't think there's a scientific fact.
Well, you're aware. Okay, so you're aware of the criticisms that the IQ test is Eurocentric and that it disproportionately puts black people lower. You're aware of that, but you won't say that on average white people have higher IQs than black people.
Well, I mean that's like, I mean by that.
Where would that criticism come from then?
Well, where that criticism would come from, right, would be coming down to an unfair advantage. I feel like, if that, because that just sounds what you're describing.
What's the unfair advantage in the IQ test then?
Well, you said it's like people criticize it because it's made by white people, right?
People criticize the test for being Eurocentric because it was created by white people. Specifically, black people get upset about it because their scores are lower. But yeah,
right. Like I haven't seen that before. Never seen that before. I still just kind of, because you're saying the scientific.
Do you know
fact.
Do you know anything about IQ tests?
Like what it is? Yes, I know what an IQ test is. I don't know the nitty gritty history about it though. No.
Okay. Where did this start? Where was this going? I feel like we're getting real deep into like details and stuff that don't matter.
Yeah, I think we were talking about like what it takes to be an American.
To be an American, yeah.
What standards
they call us.
Yeah, and one of the
intellectual. We weren't just.
Well, that was right? I thought that was something we
about cultural. We also talked about the culture, their conduct overall. The ways you practice. I mean, I think what's really important too is just how it's undersaid, right? Especially with the wanting to defund the police nowadays, but it's undersaid that like following the law, respecting our police officers that fight every day to make sure that these laws are obeyed. I think that's something that's very key there.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I was saying.
If you spit in the face of the law, which a lot of these people have done. Okay, I've seen them. They have no respect for the law of this country. By extension, they have no respect for the police officers nor the country as a whole.
Yeah. So to get into, I mean, that's kind of moving topics, right? But to get into that, would you say that comes down, that behavior comes down to just the person or the race?
I think it comes down to a lot of factors. So I think that the lower IQ, the genetic component of it, definitely plays into the poor decision making. We know that IQ.
I thought it was not genetic.
It's partially genetic.
Yeah, like what part of IQ is genetic? Are we talking about like
IQs are
genetic disorder? Or?
No, IQs are genetic.
So like a 5-year-old, right? Let's say you got a 5-year-old white kid, 5-year-old black kid, right? They know the same knowledge, they have the same knowledge of stuff. They're just as intelligent, or they seem to be just as intelligent or something. They take the IQ test, right? And the black kid scores higher. Then what? Is it just not genetic anymore?
Then it's an anomaly that doesn't usually happen. It defies the averages.
Would you say it breaks the canon?
Exception to the rule.
What do you mean it breaks the canon? What are you talking about?
No, that's a joke. I'm sorry. Reference to a movie. I'm sorry.
Dude, you can
No,
cut the
but-
irony. We can just talk like normal people.
No. I mean, I'm just trying to pick the brain here a bit.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand.
All right,
I don't
so
think you
I
understand.
think I know where you're
I think
going
the problem
with
you're
this.
having is that you take an exception to the rule, and then you apply it like it disproves the rule in the first place.
Right.
And I think that's a skewed way to understand a complex phenomenon.
So like, yeah, but I'm just trying to find like, cause the reason I'm asking these questions, I just want to see like cause like that's why I'm asking for like the scientific study that like, you know, the genetic thing that shows like white people are superior to black people or something. Cause I've never seen that before, and like this whole like to prove that it is an anomaly. Like, you know,
So
if someone comes out the womb.
We're not saying the study is that white people are superior to black people. Okay, that's not what we're saying. The
Would you agree?
studies
Well,
show
would you agree with
that
that, Northside?
on average, that white Americans versus black Americans, white Americans have significantly higher IQs on average, right?
So, but like
obviously,
what?
there has to be some. There's clearly a genetic link to it.
Yeah, but like, where's the studies? That's like what I'm looking for. Like, should I look?
we just-
Should I
If
look?
you're looking for
generally-
a source, we're not going to give it to you. I mean, this is common knowledge. We're expecting you coming into
Yeah,
this
this is-
debate.
Well,
to
I
know
mean,
that.
I feel like it's for it to be common knowledge. I mean, if it's not a common knowledge, I feel like, you know, if your goal is to like improve the country, shouldn't you want to educate me on
Hold
this?
on, I'm gonna
on
have
this
to.
fact?
I'm gonna have to go with you're not arguing in good faith here. I don't think that you really have a comeback to it. So I think that you're just looking for a source to like try to somehow discredit us, even though IQs and average IQs are like very, very common knowledge.
Well,
Anybody
but-
who talks.
Well, that's why
anybody who's
I
looking-
don't think it's bad.
anybody who has-
I don't think it's bad faith to ask to be, you know, knowledge. It's like asking a teacher a question on like a problem, right?
Okay.
It's like
for the sake of the
asking. I'm just asking for like the solution, right? The knowledge. Like, inform me.
Dude, if you need a source, your argument's not that good, right? If you just assume that it's true and just keep picking our brains, and eventually, if our argument's not strong, it'll fall apart, right?
Well, see, but the basis of the truth of your argument comes down to these studies that I'm not seeing.
Bro, look it
Why
up.
don't you show us studies
I don't know what to
that
tell you.
prove there isn't some.
Is
kind
there?
of
Yeah.
study.
I got you.
Are you gonna take this birds that disprove that?
I will. I mean, you're asking me to prove a negative, but I'll play with it. I'll play along.
Just look up an
I
average
mean, it's
IQ.
becoming a
and
positive
whatever.
then, in the way you're trying to.
So, I guess. Okay.
Well, what's so funny?
Anyway.
What's so funny? Huh?
Nothing's
What are
funny,
you
bro.
laughing at?
I'm not
Well, I
laughing
think
at anything,
you-
bro.
Nothing's well, you're
think
having a
you've
hard
asked
time
us a lot.
conducting yourself for some reason. I don't know why.
If you've asked us a lot of questions, Colin.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
don't
do you want to ask me a question?
Yeah.
That's fine.
You tell us. What does it mean to be an American from your perspective?
Yeah.
While you're looking
What
for the
does
source,
it
or whatever,
mean to be an American?
What
You
does it
know-
mean to be an American?
What it really comes down to for me is just like, you talked about the intellectually. I think it basically just comes down to, do you support what this country stands for, what it does? Do you want to improve what it does in a meaningful way? Do
What's
you have
meaningful?
economically, morally, just
Morally based on what?
huh?
Morally based on what?
Well, I mean, morals are kind of a blanket statement.
Then
I don't.
What kind of
if you want me to,
morals?
if you want me to
What
get,
kind of
do you want me to get? Are
Yeah.
you asking to get into like
What
specifics?
kind of morals do you want to be? Yeah, what kind of morals do you want to be upheld in America?
I'm just like, what
Are
would
they
be?
Christian morals?
No, I'm not. I'm not a Christian.
Okay, where do you get your morals from then? Are you Jewish?
I'm not Jewish. I'm nothing. I'm just atheist.
Are you Muslim? So then, where do you get your morals from?
Myself and the world, and my experiences with the world, and what I think is right or wrong.
Your ass?
Huh?
Did you just say your ass?
No, I said experiences in the world. So if you
You
were
just,
to
like,
ask
pulled
me,
me.
so if I was to, well, just for example, like if I was to ask you, why is killing bad? Without using the Bible, why do you think it's bad?
No, the Bible is the reason why it's bad. That's the whole basis.
So there's
of
no.
morals.
Well, yeah, but can you give me a reason, like without using the Bible? Can you give me a reason?
There isn't one. Without the Bible, I mean, you really don't have morals. That's kind of my position.
That you don't. Well then, so I don't have morals. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I don't believe without the Bible. If you don't believe in God, you don't have morals. You can make
That's
up
what you just
things
said.
based off of the society around you. You make up. Yeah, you're making up the morals. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that way you have no.
I thought you just said you
objective,
can't do that though.
I think you're trying
No,
to
I'm
go
saying
for
that's
gotchas
what
right
you're
here
doing.
instead of engaging in a good faith, honest discussion. That doesn't seem very moral to me.
Okay.
You can laugh all you want. You laugh all you want.
Okay. So would you agree what you just said, Norsak? Is that your actual name, or do you want me to tell you something different or something?
You can call me Carson. My username is just my name spelled backwards.
All right, Carson. Oh, that's funny. So Carson, you just said that it's possible to form morality without the Bible, right?
No. I said that's what you're doing. I'm saying you're just like making it up, just like out of thin air. I don't think that you can have morals making them up.
No, so what I asked, right, is it possible to have morals without believing in God? You said yes, and then you said you can form it through society, like what you think is right in society.
No, I said that that's what you are doing, and it doesn't hold up because anybody can just make up whatever they want, and then you have just no way to, conduct a society. I mean, what happens if you have a moral disagreement? You don't have any objective.
Couldn't I say that about your Christian?
And I think that.
Couldn't I say that about the Christian morals though?
Well, no. I think there's something key that you have to understand here. If you just go by, whatever the world tells me to, right? That leads to chaos, right? You look at anarchy, for example. Do you think of society run on anarchy? Do you think that's going to be productive whatsoever? I mean, we have like animals on the street causing property damage, burning down businesses in the name of protesting. Do you think that's moral? Do you think that's
I'll give you this question.
Kind of objective moral code?
Yeah, answer that question.
What do you think? So, like, what's the specifics of that?
No, the specifics I gave you was that people who burn down businesses, people who take down property of other people in the name of protesting, do you think that's moral?
No, I don't think that's moral.
Let me ask you a question. So,
you two at a time?
Looking through I mean, do you want to answer his question first? I thought it was kind of rhetorical. So you can if you want.
So you asked why is it immoral? So from my perspective, right, the reason why I would say it's immoral, right, that's like you're messing with hardworking businesses that may be struggling, right? They didn't do nothing to you, and they have no stake in your stance. So the protesting, right? Protest.
And when you do that, you just take your experiences from the world and decide, well, this is the life I gotta live by. That's what happens. Yeah. That's where this comes from. When you don't listen to God, you start to resort to stuff like that.
Well, no, because if I don't resort to God and I still hold that moral, how does that work, bro?
Well, they're going against God. They're going against God by doing that.
But I'm not going against God.
You are if you were to take down people's businesses, take down people's property.
But I'm not.
But I'm saying if you did.
But I'm not.
Those are
the question.
You can be obtuse as all you want.
Are you sure?
Those are examples. These are mere examples. These are mere examples to show that because of the fact that you don't listen to the Bible, you don't listen to a form of objective high morale. When you don't do that, you start doing things like that. You start losing control. I don't think you understand that.
Yeah, I got you.
It leads to behavior.
This is the thing.
It doesn't matter if you haven't done it yet. You might do it later.
Not being able to like think of things in the abstract, Oftentimes, whenever black people are interviewed by the police, and they're asked why they stole something, they stole a woman's purse, and they'll ask, well, why did you steal the woman's purse? They'll say something along the lines of, well, I wanted it. She had it, and I wanted it. Okay, but why would you steal it? Well, I just wanted it. This is exactly what this guy is doing. I mean, it's a low IQ, not being able to put yourself in a situation that you're not in. When you go back and forth about what would happen if you did this, you would be doing this, but I'm not. This is very low class. This is low IQ. Honestly, Colin, I think you can do better than this. I mean, I'm sure you know a lot about this. You've looked into politics. If you're coming to a debate like this, I imagine you're prepared. Show a little good faith here. Have this discussion with us.
Okay.
I know you're capable. You don't seem low IQ enough. Not be able to put yourself in an abstract situation.
See, that's not. I think we can just come to an agreed disagreement, because I think I would just say my stance, right? And like
we can agree to disagree about morals, sure. But I think that this is going to backfire about the rest of the foundation of your beliefs. I mean, how do you even believe anything if you don't have a root for it, an objective root, a root that somebody else can't just say, well, I made up this thing and I believe this, and then it's somehow just as justified as
So you
yours.
said,
And what are you going to do? Fight over it?
Just quick,
Is that a
just
good way
quickly.
to run a
So
society?
you believe morals are objective? Is that what you just said?
I do.
Okay. So like, why is killing bad?
Because the Bible says so.
Why does the Bible say so?
It's just what it says. It's in the commandments.
Yeah, but why does it say that?
Because that's what God wants of us. That's
Why
what
does he
God
want
expects
that?
of us.
Why does he want that?
I don't know. I'm not God. I just listen to the book.
So if you can't, so if the morals aren't objective, you should be able to answer that question.
The
You should
morals
be
are
able to answer
objective
the
because
why.
we believe God, and we believe
Yeah.
that God has our best.
Do you know what a circular
mind
definition
and-
is?
I don't think.
Yeah, morals in the
Collins,
Bible are
Collins,
a circular
I don't think you
definition,
understand.
100%.
So
think you
circular
understand the
definition is
correction,
illogical.
I don't think you understand, right? So, Colin, or just to all of us, right? Would we all agree that intuition is very key to making well-informed, intelligent decisions, right? Would we all agree that?
You said
What do you
intuition.
think
I
about
believe
decisions?
humans have
Intuition is
some
important.
form of intuition, but I don't believe that human intuition can be relied on 100%. I don't know
No,
about
I
you
agree.
guys,
That's
but
why
there's
you didn't
definitely been
realize that-
instances in my
no,
life
I
when my
agree.
intuition
That's what
has
I
laid
agree.
me way astray
I
from
agree
where I
that
want to be. What would be the
intuition.
best
Hang
decision.
on. I agree that intuition can't be relied on. That's why you relied on a to help you out this whole time.
I don't have any problem with like yeah.
I'm fucking crying, bro. I can't.
I mean, but no,
fucking
you've been
can't.
talking all this shit about what black people are when you had a fucking black guy backing this all up.
Dude,
Thought my
I
name was
think you're super
Stuart
cool.
King.
I'm gonna be super honest, dude. I don't know what you think, like what point you think you have on me. I never said that all black people are stupid. 100%. I
So
think you're a
is-
very smart guy.
SK's an
You
anomaly.
tried to say it was genetic. You said it was genetic.
No, SK, you're an anomaly, bro.
I think there's a genetic component, but I think 100% they're anomalies.
There's a genetic
So-
component to your fucking skin color to intellect. Shut the fuck up. That's stupid. I can't believe you actually thought that. What a joke.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Dude, your fucking teeth are yellow as shit in that profile pic of yours. Go brush them.
I fucking can't, dude. So Stir, you gotta
No, that's it.
Stir, you gotta head off.
We can keep going.
Yeah,
We can keep going. 100%. If you have a problem with my beliefs, I'm more than happy to discuss them, whatever
we
you
can
want.
keep going. I agree. You can come to my hood.
Can come to my hood.
From the sound of your voice, it doesn't sound like you have a hood. You sound like one of the good ones.
I can't, dude. I fucking
Why, you want me to sound more like this, boy? You want me to sound more like this?
You can't even fake it right, dude. I
can't
can tell.
even fake it right.
There's such a thing as high class people. High class people can be of any race. I mean, how did I
Yeah,
start?
one of the good ones, right? One of the good ones, right?
I
so
started
quick
this debate saying
quick
that
story
you can be
about
an
me.
American
So quick story
regardless of
about
race.
me. I'm white, and I grew up in what you would probably consider the hood, right? So
Maybe.
going, but huh?
I said maybe.
So before I gave you that information, what kind of citizen was I?
Yeah, I mean, if you're white, I'm guessing that you're probably just like maybe like a lower middle class background, just like, you probably watched like too many Destiny videos on YouTube or something. and,
Who's
like,
Destiny?
You know, think you
Like the game?
no, like Destiny.
I'm
The
confused here.
streamer Destiny.
I don't know who that is.
You guys don't know the streamer? Okay, he debates Nick Fuentes a lot.
Oh, he's the guy
Um,
that debates Sneeko. My bad. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. You just kind of struck me as like, a young guy, probably just getting into politics, not, too knowledgeable about a lot of things. You have this kind of like
That's okay, Pippin.
atheist,
That's okay,
like
Pippin.
Reddit.
Go
you
watch
know.
The Amazing Lucas. I highly recommend that channel. I think we're gonna call it here. Goodbye.
Okay. Bro, he's such a fucking idiot, bro. That was the dumbest shit I've ever listened to.